Okay, take note that always reset or clear your memory first, okay, whenever you do your exams. Okay, because you don't want to have any background memory, right, to affect your calculations. Okay, especially for Sharp calculator. The reason for Sharp it is because it is stored in the background. If you don't erase it, it will just add on as you key in more data. Okay, whereas for Casio calculator, you will be able to see very clearly from the table itself what is the data already there. Okay, but if I recall correctly, every time when you go into exam or for O levels, they will ask you to reset your calculator. Okay, so your normal calculator mode, right? Let's just go to Casio first. Okay, in your usual calculation at this point now, you will always be under number 1, computation. Only when you're doing statistic question, then you will go over to stat. Right? Okay, so that was what we were doing. Okay, or rather, I was trying to write over here. So, in order to clear your memory in your Casio calculator, you press Shift number 9 because there's a CLR on top. Okay, then after that, you just clear all. Alright, then you go. So, you will get this screen. Okay. Whereas for the Sharp calculator, in order to clear your memory, you press second function alpha, right, and then you reset number 2. 0 initialize, so it will clear your memory. Okay, based on what I remember last year when I did N-level invigilation, they seem to be very particular about resetting the calculator for Sharp. I don't know why they are not particular about Casio, right? But still, okay, just go and make sure you reset your calculator before you enter your exam, right? So that you don't have any background memory, right? So let's look at the next question first. Example 19. But what I'm trying to say over here. So in this case, we have single data, right? So let's follow the instruction first, okay, for this single data over here. This one, of course, it is manageable for us to do simple pressing and applying the formula, right? But what if you want to use the calculator, which you can also do that? So we will go to mode, okay, then after that to set to number 2. Mode number 2, stat, and see right the people at the back. Okay. Then after that we go to 1 variance. 1 VAR. So VAR represents variance. You will understand more about it in future. Okay, so just go to 1 VAR, and then if your frequency is not on, this is what you will be getting, especially after you reset your calculator. Okay, so therefore, in this particular case, you need not the frequency. You don't need the frequency because it is all singular, right? So I can just continue using this mode itself, right? So I will actually key in 18, then equal sign, then 4 equal 11 equal 7, 8, 15, 14, 11, 18, 19, 11, and 20. So there should be a total of 12 data, so you should be stopping at number 12. Right? So at this point, I have covered up to step number 3. Are we all following for the Casio users? Then after that, right, okay, we will press AC or the on button, okay, to get back to this screen. We will press Shift, then number 1 for statistics. Okay, because above number 1 is the stat button here. And then you will arrive at this. So we will go to 4 variance, and then we will reach this page. Okay, we are at point number 6 of your instructions. Then after you go to number 2 to find out what is mean, because that is what you want, X bar. Okay, then you press the equal sign. And the mean will be 13. Okay. So if you were to do your usual calculation of adding everything up, so let me just use a Sharp calculator to show you. Okay, if I add everything up manually, 18 plus 4 plus 11, 7, 8, 18, 14, 11, 18, 19, 20. Okay, if I sum up all the values and then divide by 12, my answer remains the same, 13. Okay, so this is how you can calculate mean using your calculator. Right? Now what if you have your frequency already switched on? Okay, so if your frequency is already switched on, so following the frequency instruction, you can press Shift and then set up, and then you go press down to the next page, and you look for 4 stats. Number 4, statistics. Okay, so you switch on the frequency. Okay, and then at this point here, if you go back to choose one on, okay. Then after you go back to pressing your data itself, so going to 1 variance, so go to mode 2, and then you go to 1 variance, so going back to point number 1, now you have your frequency being there. Okay, so in this case, if the frequency for each value is 1, it is automatic to be 1. Okay, so you need not actually do anything. So you can always just switch on your frequency, there's no harm at all.
The frequency is for what?
Okay, so if, for example, when we look at example 20, there is a difference in frequency. Okay, so therefore we will want to key in frequency values. So you can change your frequency value by pressing your arrow button, and then after that go up to change maybe to 2 cosine. So therefore I can change it to such that it means that there's two data of 2 or 2 data of 20. Okay, so but this part I only need 1, so I just click to 1. Then after I go to switch on button, and I press shift 1 for stat, and then after that I will do 4 variance, and then go to mean and press equal sign, so I'll get 13 as well. Alright, you need to get used to this. Okay, something that you need to be familiar with for your own calculator. Now let me show you Sharp calculator. Okay, I feel like a calculator. No? Okay, Sharp is much easier. Alright, so we just go to mode and then go to 1 stat. Then after that we go to 0 SD. Okay, and then after that we just have to key in the data now. Alright, followed by pressing the change button. Okay, so we key in the data in a certain format. It will always be data first, then the frequency. So you press 18. Okay, if the frequency is 1, you press change. No. Okay. So after you register in the value 18, right, you can press change immediately. So that will take it as a frequency of 1. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Then after I go to 4, press change 11, change 7, 8, 15, 14, 11, 18, 19, 11, and 20. So they will count the amount of data over here. So actually there is only 12 data, so it is consistent. Okay. Then after that, right, you will press alpha. Okay, for number 4 because there is a X bar button over here, a green color one. So therefore you press X bar, you press alpha. Okay, so press alpha, and then press 4. X bar sign will appear, press equal sign, your data, your value will be written over here. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so how do I change the frequency in your Sharp calculator? Okay, let me reset this first. Set up. How do I change? Okay, so if I want to actually include the frequency itself, right? Okay, same thing, you go to mode 1 stat and then go to 0 SD. So if for example there is 2 values of 18, so 18 you press comma, the comma will be this XY coordinate thing over here. So you press comma, so it must always be data first, then frequency. So if it's 2, then you press 2, then you press change. So it will record down, although it will not keep count of the total. Okay, it will not consider it as 2 data being keyed in. It will just register as 1. So you must key in your data carefully. Alright? You understand what I mean for Sharp? So for Sharp, right, there's no need for you to actually switch on frequency, switch off and all that. Okay, you can just key in accordingly. Right? It will be easier when you go to example 20. So the steps to follow for Sharp is somehow easier. Okay? I think I will just stop here first, later on I will continue. Okay?